2, 3, 4, and 5. Good luck!
Good evening, everyone. Trial slated for December of this year. Well, the family and community united in grief as they bid a final farewell to Makara Roll, the first victim of the deadly Flamingo air crash, to be laid to rest. Roll was among 10 people killed in that Independence Day tragedy after the aircraft crashed and burst into flames. He managed to escape the aircraft after impact but suffered severe burns and later died from his injuries. As loved ones gathered to honor his life, his cousin reflected on the pain of losing Makaro while holding on to the memories he left behind.
We didn't only want better for ourselves. We wanted for our family, our friends, and everyone coming up behind us. I remember telling them, we don't have any millionaires in our family yet. But we gotta do something, cuz. He would reply, because you ain't lying. He was always thinking about ways to make a living. I would always be there encouraging him. I'd tell him, if you're thinking about doing something, cuz, just do it. I got your back. And I want you to be great. I want you to win. If you be great, before I be great, I genuinely happy for your greatness. But you can't doubt yourself before trying. I'd rather you give your best and fail than to say you didn't even try because you were scared of failure.
For Makaro's family, the final goodbye is only the beginning of a journey through grief. His brother, Lorenzo Roll, struggled to hold back tears as he remembered the moments they shared and the memories that now have to take the place of his brother's presence.
My little brother was a loving young man. He cared the best heart you could ever meet in your life. That one young man, he must say. The moment that you left me, my heart was split in two. One side was filled with memories. The other side was with you. I often stay awake at night, and I take walk down memory lane. But remembering you isn't easy. Remembering you was easy. I do it every day. But missing you is nothing I never done before.
It was also a heartfelt and emotional service as grieving family and friends gathered at Transformation Ministries Church in New Providence to celebrate the life and legacy of Rashad Storr, another victim of the Independence Day plane crash. Rashad, a gifted guitarist, was among the members of the locally renowned The Pawn Band, whose lives were tragically cut short after that aviation disaster. Among those paying tribute was Rashad's close friend and fellow musician, who recalled the heartbreaking moment he learned of the crash.
He will be missed. He was a wonderful friend. I could depend on Shad for anything. I don't know if I'll ever be as good on the guitar as him, but I got to keep the legacy going. And I say to all musicians, I love you all. Let this be a testament and an experience for us to live together as one, work together as one. Because we don't know. We don't know when our last day will come. We just don't know. When I got the call, Luel called me, he's crying. And I said, boy, what happened? I say, our boy's gone. I said, Luel, what you talking about? And he's crying, he's like, Phil, our boy's gone. And I was stunned and I was lost for words. I say, Luel, stop talking foolishness. And as time went on, the news came out. And I was overwhelmed.
In news from the courts, a 22-year-old man accused of a double shooting that left a man dead is back behind bars after prosecutors allege that he tampered with his tracking device. Johnson is accused of attempting to block the GPS signals on his anklet bracelet with aluminum foil and failing to keep his curfew. Johnson denied 2 counts of violation of bail conditions when he appeared before senior magistrate Raquel Wims. He faces a potential maximum sentence of 5 years in prison if convicted. Johnson was on bail for the murder of Trevon Nairn and the attempted murder of Reuben Martin on December 24, 2023. A rescue attempt ended in tragedy Friday night when an 18-year-old man allegedly drowned after being pulled under by strong currents at South Beach Canal. Police say the initial inquiries revealed that the victim was swimming in the canal near the sandbanks with 3 friends, a 17-year-old female and 2 19-year-old males, when the incident occurred. Police say one of the young men rescued a 17-year-old girl after she appeared to be in distress while being swept away by the current, then returned to help the 18-year-old victim. During that rescue attempt, though, both were pulled farther ashore before the 18-year-old disappeared underwater. Police say a search operation was immediately launched with the assistance of divers from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. At around 9 p.m., the divers located the lifeless body of the 18-year-old about 300 feet from the shoreline and was brought ashore. Investigations are ongoing. In other news, following a nurses' protest about 3 weeks ago over delays in receiving appointment and reclassification letters, Bahamas Nurses Union President Maria Lightburn has once again raised concerns about when the remaining letters will be issued. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Darville says about 95% of the letters have been already distributed, with the exercise still underway. However, given that the issue has been a contentious one, he adds that officials will ensure that similar delays do not occur in the future.
The nurses who have received appointments, reclassifications, will be contacted by the HR department at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. I'm glad it's behind us. One of my mandates in this term in office to improve human resources issues at the Ministry of Health, and that is ongoing as we speak. We are about to bring in additional manpower resources. We're going to work very closely with Oracle, the new system for monitoring, and many of the outstanding cases, they have been mandated to address them in a timely fashion.
A series of bills aimed at strengthening public health care will be tabled when Parliament returns from its summer recess. Minister of State for Health Owen Wells says the legislation is designed to improve the delivery of healthcare services across the country and to support the government's broader health reform agenda. The bills are expected to be presented to the House of Assembly when lawmakers reconvene later this year.
Both of our budget contributions, me and Minister Darville, we spoke to a number of bills that we intend to lay. As he would have said, when we come back from summer, you can look forward to between 3 to 5 bills that we intend to lay within that session. Well, it's still in the drafting phase. We're making a determination which ones we want to go to first. So I don't want to go too far in my words, but the public can look forward to seeing a number of bills coming from us.
Well, we've added another access point to make sure that you're up to date with news. Follow the Eyewitness News WhatsApp channel by scanning the QR code on your screen or visiting our social media pages for a direct link. And while you're there, don't forget to follow Eyewitness News on Instagram and Facebook. And if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Eye on News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication on all of our social media platforms at eyewitnessnewsbahamas@gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube pages, share your thoughts about today's stories in the comment section below. We want to hear from you. And still to come tonight, Central Bank reports strong foreign exchange growth. We've got more on that. And later, more expansion in healthcare. We've got more on those stories, but first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. Well, the country's foreign exchange position remains on solid footing, with central bank executives reporting significant growth in inflows during the first half of 2026. Our Laurencia Smith breaks down the latest numbers and what they mean for the economy.
The Bahamian foreign exchange reserves are continuing to grow, giving the country a stronger financial cushion to pay for imports, support the Bahamian dollar, and keep credit flow through the economy.
Commercial banks' total purchases of foreign currency from the private sector rose at a robust pace of 17.8% to $4.6 billion in the first half of this year, far exceeding the 1.3% pace of expansion in 2025.
Central Bank Governor John Roll says improvement was driven by strong private sector activities during the first half of 2026. He says higher tourism earnings and other private sector foreign currency inflows more than kept pace with the rising demand for foreign dollars to pay for the imported goods and services. As a result, the country's net foreign exchange position strengthened, allowing the central bank to further build its external reserves.
By 13.7% to $4.1 billion in the first half of 2026. And the resulting seasonal net inflow resulting from these transactions was correspondingly 2/3 stronger than in 2025.
The central bank says external reserves increased by $480 million during the first 6 months of the year.
The external balances were estimated near $3.2 billion, compared to a value of about $2.97 billion at the end of July 2025. Given current balances, external reserves are expected to end the year at stable to possibly improved levels.
Rolls says that the reserves are critical to maintain the Bahamian dollar 1-to-1 peg with the U.S. dollar, while also giving commercial banks greater capacity to extend loans to businesses and consumers as economic activities continue. Laurencia Smith, Eyewitness News.
The push to strengthen public health care continues as Health Minister Dr. Michael Darwell says the expansion is necessary after government inherited what he calls a crippling healthcare system in 2021. Darwell's comments come as the Public Hospitals Authority prepares to transform the former Red Roof Inn into a multi-purpose harborside facility designed to provide a range of services outside of the traditional hospital setting.
It's a facility that would be utilized for training of our nurses, doctors, and allied healthcare professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, this new harborside healthcare facility stands as a powerful testament of what can be achieved when bold government strategies meet private sector innovation. The Ministry of Health will continue to invest in tertiary healthcare facilities to supplement hospital services provided at the Princess Margaret Hospital and the Rand Memorial Hospital.
Now, Darwell says expanding the number of healthcare facilities is not simply about adding more buildings to the system. He says the expansion aims to meet growing patient demand, provide specialized treatment options, and reduce the strain on Princess Margaret Hospital.
Finally, I would like to publicly thank our partners at Doctors Hospital, particularly Dr. Diggers. And I remember when we had our initial discussions about the possibility of purchasing this facility years ago. This was just coming out of the COVID pandemic, and the facility was being renovated. And as a new minister, I saw the challenges at the Princess Margaret Hospital and really knew at that time that we needed to expand our tentacles to other facilities.
A local summer program is wrapping up with a focus on strengthening the reading skills of the next generation, while also giving young students a closer look at civic life. Senator Keno Wong recently spent time with participants sharing lessons on government and helping students better understand the roles and responsibilities of those who serve. After 4 weeks, summer camp leader and literacy coach Mary Fitzgerald reflected on what the students accomplished and the role Senator Wong played in expanding their understanding beyond the classroom.
This summer was geared to helping younger readers to be inspired to love reading. So the program was about 4 weeks, started at July 6th and it ended today. And basically I look at myself as a literacy coach. So just coaching the kids to love and enjoy reading. So that was the basis of the summer reading camp. Kids needs to know who is involved in government, right? Because when they met Senator, that was their first time meeting a government official. So they were very, very excited about it. So I think the more present government officials are in the classroom, it helps the kids out to understand what our government is doing, the policies that they are putting into place, and how it's going to help them in their future academically. Well, the kids absolutely love when he came here for independence, and they've been speaking about it, or talking about it for the last 4 weeks when he'll be back. I think it's important for kids to understand our government and the role that they play in education, especially what's going on right now in the media. So it's important to have a positive outlook on education, especially with our younger children.
Wong says engagement with young people should not stop when the school term ends. The senator stressed the importance of elected leaders remaining present and active in their communities, while also acknowledging the role of private sector partners, including McDonald's, in supporting initiatives that benefit young Bahamians.
When I came upon this program, I was very intrigued to know that Miss Fitzgerald was actually teaching these kids about reading and about understanding how to become a better young person as they go back into the school. And so for me, coming out of the office and partnering with her and getting to know these kids at this institution was really rewarding. As I came into them just before the independence celebration, spoke about the history of the Bahamas and also what the symbols mean for a country. And so it's very important for government officials, senators, even pastors and other community leaders to go into the communities and really speak to young people. It's very important whether you win or lose, but specifically when you lose, to stay there so the people can get a chance to really know who you are, what you're about, and to engage with you on a daily basis.
Well, in just a few hours, the country will be celebrating August Monday, also known as Emancipation Day, a national holiday that commemorates the abolition of slavery and reflects on the journey, sacrifices, and legacy of those who fought for freedom. Historian Dr. Christopher Curry sharing more on the practical significance of that day.
Ultimately, what led to abolition was the culmination of two movements, really. One led by black abolitionists in the Bahamas, like Pompey, Matilda, even Kate Moss in Crooked Island, who heroically defied Henry Moss and was actually murdered because of her defiance. These elements of resistance and revolt ultimately brought to the attention of the British politicians and abolitionists like William Wilberforce the poignant point, which is to say that you can't just reform an institution that is inherently evil, you must abolish it. So the fact that slavery was abolished in 1834, in my opinion, had more to do with the actions on the ground of enslaved persons fighting for freedom.
Curry is also encouraging Bahamians to use the holiday as an opportunity to reflect on the efforts of black abolitionists and honor the freedoms that were achieved through their struggles.
I encourage people on Monday to consider going to Pompey Square, consider going to some of our historic sites. I know the National Reparations Committee, of which I'm a member, we're doing a historic tour, starts at 10 a.m. and we're going to be in Pompey Museum for about half an hour, and then we're going to be going to the 66 Steps, and we're going to end at Bethel Baptist Church, which was a seedbed of the Quiet Revolution, hosting meetings for the women's suffrage movement and others. Pastor Brown and others were huge advocates of the whole democratic process that led to majority rule. So I just wanted to highlight that there are things that Bahamians can do on the holiday. While we traditionally like to go for picnics on the beach, etc., I want us to maybe reflect and meditate on the forefathers and mothers who fought for the freedom that we enjoy today.
Coming up in tonight's Sunday feature, friends of China are treated to wine, food, and calligraphy. We'll tell you all about that right after this break.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, a celebration of art, culture, and the strengthening of relationship between China and the Bahamas in this Sunday's feature with our Danielle Dean tonight.
A glimpse of China here in the Bahamas Thursday night with the Bahamas-China Friendship Association's calligraphy and wine tasting event. The Compass Ballroom at Margaritaville came alive as dozens of guests learned to write in traditional Chinese calligraphy, tasted an array of wines, and ate local food. Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Bahamas, Yan Zhirong, says the cultural exchange strengthens the bond between the two countries.
This event, Calligraphy and Wine Festival, it has become, as I said, another brand activity of cultural exchange. And cultural exchange, educational exchange has always been one of the most important foundation for China-Bahamas relationship. Because as I said, you get to know Chinese culture, you get to know China as a country through the Chinese language, through Chinese calligraphy.
It marked the 4th annual event, and the Chinese embassy detailed plans to continue maximizing efforts to make its presence felt here in the Bahamas.
With more understanding between our two peoples, you get a better friendship. And when friendship grows, people actually benefit from cooperation and partnership between China and Bahamas.
Attendees not only had an evening of enjoyment, but education and bonding. Danielle Dean, Eyewitness News.
And that does it for us in the weekend edition. For all of us here at Eyewitness.